Hey, what's up guys? Jeremy coming at you for another edition of Video Game, Vinyl, and everything else under the sun collecting pickups. It's been a pretty good week overall. I was able to get some great things on pretty much trade, a couple things on cash, but we'll definitely show you what we got, and we'll start with the video games, alright? So I was able to do a little bit of a cash trade with my friend Simon. I was able to part with my older TV, so got some cash, and in the trade was able to pick up Killzone Shadowfall for PS4. On top of that, there was a video store that was closing in Windsor, so I was able to get some Blu-rays here, pretty much for about $3 a piece, which includes, starting with the top left there, Justice League Crisis on 2 Earth, Resident Evil Damnation, Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, Justice League Doom, Tron, and Starship Troopers Invasion. All of those are Blu-ray. They're all in great condition. And what I'll probably do, just to be honest with you, some of those I'll definitely watch all of them at some point. And then I might keep some, flip the others, recover my cost, and obviously turn a little bit of a profit. But as you can see, mostly animation there. So for the price that I paid, was pretty happy to get those. And then it was pretty much a madhouse in that place, picking up stuff. From there, met with my friend Scott. We did a cash trade, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. But something for my girlfriend. Canadians will know what's up with this. This is Polka Dot Door, vinyl record album. Just a songs from the show. Classic show. Even I watched this growing up as a kid. Very young. It's kind of sad to admit that, but part of our history, part of our youth, childhood, and she was excited to get that. Pretty cool cover too, and coincidentally, it's a pretty rare album. All right. Other than that, and I'll get back to that in a sec. With the trade, with the cash trade, etc. We're gonna talk about this album here. This is a vinyl record album clock. So what Scott was able to do was transform this classic Filipino love song album into a clock. All right, so it's a Plaka Filipino album. For the Pinoys out there, it has Dahil Sa'yo on it, and able to convert that into a clock, as you see. So it's pretty sick. I don't know. I thought it was cool, and yeah. So thanks, Scott. Other than that, from him I was able to get a back patch. As you can see there, the Iron Maiden back patch, it's already framed and up. So that's pretty cool, Iron Maiden. And that will lead into the highlight, which I'll talk about right here. All right, so what we did is I had tons of vinyl. I don't even know where to start. And I parted with a, not the entire collection, but a large number of my vinyl. I kept all my stuff that I listened to, or stuff that I just cherish. Obviously, I kept all my Iron Maidens, and I kept my Metallicas, and everything to even a couple rare jazz albums from Miles Davis, First Press, etc. But other things, I was able to bring a lot there to Scott. Traded, and in that trade, I was able to get this piece here, which I'll talk about in a second, the Polka Dot Door, and those two pieces I mentioned right there. Get some cash, and let's just talk about this piece, all right? So this is an early 1980s Iron Maiden Killers. It's a cardboard cutout promo, which they would have used in a music store to release this album, Killers. What's interesting about this one here is that it was signed by the band at the time. Okay, so you have right there, as you can see, Paul Diano. All right. All the Best, Steve Harris, Adrian Smith, Dave Murray, if you can see it right there. I'm trying to get it for you. It's a little bit easier for me to see than probably in the video. And the late Clive Burr. Now, what's interesting, again, about this piece is that nationwide, not all the music stores would have had this, but when they released the album, they used to have the cardboard cutouts, and then they would put that up in the windows or in the storefronts to promote the release of the album. With this one here, the Killers, before the band became really big, some bands would have done record store appearances to sign their albums, or sign the albums for the company, or in particular, depending on the store owner or dealer. So I was able to obtain this through Scott, who obtained it from someone in London, and then we had it authenticated with someone that's going all over in Winnipeg. And again, this here, all the signatures check out. All right. And what's interesting as well is that last year, a Christmas card had sold on eBay with this exact Killers lineup for $837.50. It was a Christmas card featuring Eddie, and it had, again, the exact lineup there, and that sold for $837.50 US. All right, so the valuation on this is somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000. We'll just say $1,500. That obviously is because of the signatures, and obviously right now with the late Clive Burr, who passed away from MS, so rest in peace, Clive Burr, and also then the novelty and the rarity of the Killers promo piece. All right, so that was definitely the highlight here in the trade, and there you'll see it. I still got let's take it down the Christmas tree. It's already going on mid-January. So that was excellent to get, and thank you so much, Scott, and was able to get all that other stuff too. All right, so that's another edition of Video Game Vinyl and everything else under the sun collecting pickups. Hope you're all well, and Eddie wishes you a happy day.